Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Apparently, my microphone had come unplugged. Sorry about that. Um, as I was saying, and I'll start from the beginning here.
Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Apparently,
Hold
my
on.
microphone had come on. As I was saying,
Okay, I'm having some problems tonight. I had moved some stuff around on my desk, and I must have done something. I don't know. But anyway, as I was saying, I'll start from the beginning. It's been data mined that we are going to have in a very short time a 120 boost for your characters, and that in itself, I don't know. I don't like the boost idea, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this back up for those of you who are interested in it. As you can see, a boost, a character boost, is going to cost you $60. A character boost is going to cost you $60, and automatically you're going to go all the way up to 120. You're going to have a handful of gold. You're going to have some good gear, and a lot of people automatically believe that the instant they turn 120, even if they boost, they are ready to go into a raid. And there is nothing more of a nightmare than if you go into a raid only to find out that somebody in your raid, hopefully not your tank and your healer, are a new boost. They just got boosted all the way up to 120. They've never tanked, they've never healed, and there they are. Now you got to deal with it. So it's definitely not something that any of us would have a good day with. But as I was saying, with the token, now you can buy your 110 boost now. In 8.3, it'll be a 120 boost. But $60 is a lot of money. And you can do this in a couple of ways. You can go get a card and pay for it. That way you can put your credit card into the WoW store and do it that way. Or you can buy WoW tokens. In order to get a boost right now on my server would be 4 tokens, and it would be 500,000 gold. Now, I don't know about you, but it's just not worth it to me. So let's go ahead and move on past that. And the next, I don't know, for me, the next expansion I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping that it's a good one because if not, it may be the death of the game. So many people are complaining about Battle for Azeroth. Now, personally, I have no problem with Battle for Azeroth. The only problem I've ever had with Battle for Azeroth, in all honesty, is the fact that with Battle for Azeroth, you have the war campaign and it drips down to you. It literally is like taking this bottle of water and just drip, 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 drip until it's empty. And that is what they're doing with the war campaign. They are dripping it down to us, and that's the only part about Battle for Azeroth I don't like. Everything else I enjoy. I play. I'm leveling new characters. I'm leveling characters that I have at 110 on up, and I'm having a blast. What about you guys? Are you enjoying Battle for Azeroth? Or is Battle for Azeroth just something you're not enjoying at all? Let me know. Now, I do feel that we're in for a big surprise, guys. I think we're in for a very big surprise coming up, and that will be where the new expansion takes us. First of all, I want to take a second to welcome the new people who just popped into the live stream. If you would, be sure to go ahead and post and let me know who I've got, where you're from, and if you play Alliance Horde, and are you looking forward to Classic WoW. And as always, be sure if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe to the channel and go ahead and click on that bell icon. Now, with that said, there's a few speculations as to where this new expansion is going to take us. Personally, I think the Dragon Isles is a deadlock. It's going to happen. I I would be very badly fooled if it did not happen. And I think the Dragon Isles is going to be one of the most interesting expansion continents that we could go to. Why? Because the Dragon Isles, well, it's dragons for God's sake. You know, I mean, you can. How can you not like dragons, right? Well, with the long story of it, the dragons, all the aspects are going to come together. And as Rapion recently said in the PTR, I will join you when the true battle for Azeroth begins. What is the true battle for Azeroth? Hey, Data3, how's it going? Hey, man, I'm glad to hear that you're coming back. Definitely. What do you plan on playing? Horde, Alliance? Do you have a certain race class combo that you've got in mind? For me, I'm going to play a few. Definitely, I'm going to play a hunter. You know, I'm a hunter on live, so it just makes sense. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? But for me, I'm definitely going to play a hunter, and I also reserved the name of my warrior. So my warrior's going to, you know, I'm going to bring my warrior on as well. Because back in Classic, well, back in Vanilla, that's what I started out as, a warrior and then a hunter. And I've always kept my warrior and my hunter pretty well ready for anything, you know. So let me know. Are you going to play? And this goes to anybody in live chat right now, as well as anybody who's watching this on playback. Do you plan on playing Horde or Alliance? And what race and class combo will you play? Got a bunch of friends from the old call center I worked at back in 2005ish. They are all playing Horde, which will be new for me. Always ended up, always end up a rogue. LOL. Hey, nothing wrong with a rogue, my friend. Nothing at all. Rogues can be a very fun. I mean, they can be awesome. I'm doing great, Kelly. Doing great. Um, had a few very terrific days already in the last 2 days. I've got a lot done, and I'm looking forward to Classic launching as well as the 8.2.5 and 8.2 or 8.3 patches going live in the in the future. I think both of them are going to be awesome, and we've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot coming our way, but for me, I am going to go ahead and let you guys know that on the 27th, I believe it is, 26th, 27th. I think it's 27th worldwide, but anyway, on the 27th, when Classic goes live, I will be streaming, and I'm most likely going to stream about a 24-hour stream. If not 24 hours, it will be as long as I can possibly keep my eyes open from the time I log in until the time I'm falling asleep at the keyboard, getting ready to do keyboard head, and then that's when I'll log out. So if you're interested, be sure to go ahead and mark it down That way you are ready for that. Now, the next topic, or next thing I did want to bring up is, are you guys aware that from what we've been seeing, WoW factions like Horde, Alliance, they're going. They're going to be gone. Right now, it looks like Blizzard is quickly going to be removing, from what I understand, in either 8.3 or 9.0, the Horde, the Alliance, will be no more. Kalia Minifield will be taking over Sylvanas' spot as the leader of the Undead. And the Horde and the Alliance will play well together. Yes, you can still PvP, but only in PvP will you go against each other. You can talk to each other, then you'll be able to play together, be in the same guild. If you're an Alliance Paladin and I'm a Horde Warrior, we can still be in the same guild. I can come to Starwind, you can come to Orgrimmar. Do I agree with it? Do I think it's a good thing? No, I don't. I think it's an absolute horrible, horrible, horrible mistake. Hey, how's it going, man? Right now I'm gonna go on just on a hunch and say most likely we'll be having the next expansion sometime in the third quarter of 2020, because I feel that it will be announced at BlizzCon this year, and Blizzard is famous for building the hype. They build the hype up, they let you know about it now, and then they start dropping these little hints, telling you what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and getting you all excited for it. That way, they have all the time in the world to draw that many more people in. So, I do believe it'll be probably around the third or maybe even the fourth quarter of 2020. That's just my thoughts right now. Now, as I was saying, the factions, I wish Blizzard would leave it alone. I really do. Because to me, I mean, okay, it's World of Warcraft. It's not called World of Lovecraft or World of Let's all get along and have a good day craft. It's called World of Warcraft. Okay? Well, the primary thing that you're going to fight in World of Warcraft is each other. Okay? You're going to fight each other. Hopefully next expansion is better, although I enjoy BFA a lot. I think they can do much better. You know, I've got to say, now out of all the expansions, so far, the best expansion that I've ever seen so far is Legion. I loved Legion. Legion was, it was just fantastic. I loved it. But, overall, BFA is not that bad. It could be better, like you said. You know, they could do a lot of different things and make it a lot better. First of all, they could give us more of the war campaign instead of the little drips and drabs like we're getting now, you know. But that's just Blizzard. They've always been one who like to use the trickle-down economics type of thing, and that's just the way they are. Now, I do have to say that if you're an Alliance character, the next part of this video, or if you're watching it as a playback, or this live stream, may not be one you like. But let's see. Probably you say that because WoD was so bad that Legion looked good. Now, I will say WoD was horrible, okay? Not because WoD did not have potential, but because Blizzard got in a big rush. Let's hurry, 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 and let's do it. Okay, they didn't take the time. I remember back in vanilla, before the very first expansion even come out, we had World of Warcraft from 2004, 2005, 2006. 3 years of just straight up vanilla WoW. Nobody was in a big hurry. Blizzard took their time. They worked on Burning Crusades and they made it an absolute fantastic expansion. And they did that because they did not get in a big hurry. Personally, we hear Blizzard talking now about the plans that they have to release a new expansion every single year. That's just nonsense. It's nonsense because if you're releasing a new expansion every year, you're not getting it done right. Okay? Now, I was always told, prime example, and I'll share a little story. Back in, when I was very young, my dad was teaching me how to do the grace, how to cut grace. And he said, you got to take your time and make sure that you get it all. Because if you get in a hurry, you're going to leave gaps, you're going to leave, and it's going to look horrible. You just cannot do that. You got to take your time. Well, I believe that the expansions are the same thing. I honestly do. If Blizzard takes their time, they can make some killer expansions. They can make some killer content, okay? It's just awesome. I mean, for God's sake, look what they do with cinematics, okay? Cinematics that Blizzard does are hands down the best cinematics you're going to find in any gaming industry. But they take their time with it, okay? And they don't hurry, 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 hurry. We got to get 15 cinematics out today. No, they take their time. And it's evident that they do that because you can see it in the quality of the videos. Maybe you're right, but now I'm going to go to sleep where I live at 6 a.m. I just showed up to hit that like button, but I'll watch the whole live stream tomorrow. Rest of a good life. Hey, thank you for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a good night's sleep and a great day tomorrow. The video will definitely be up for playback by the time you wake up, I'm sure. I know YouTube can be slow at times, but even they are going to be quicker than that, I hope. So it should be up ready for you to play back. Now, one other thing I will say, and this is like I was saying, if you play the Alliance, you are not going to enjoy the next part of this live stream. Because I believe you're getting ready to lose your leader. I believe you're getting ready to lose King Anduin. And the reason being, we've seen different videos, we've seen different teasers, I've even talked to the GMs, and they all say that Anduin will soon face death. Now that could mean that, as they say, life, death, shadow, light, void. It could be meaning that we're going to face death in that way. But it didn't say the Horde and the Alliance are going to face death. Anduin will face death. And Blizzard has for some time now even been dropping little hints saying that the Alliance will soon have betrayal of their own, just like the Horde has. The only reason it's not happened so far is, as Ian Hezekiah said, it was not the time for it at that moment. But that's coming to an end. Soon, we will have the Horde already has their betrayal and their civil war. Soon, the Alliance will have theirs. Now, who do you think is going to betray Anduin? If I had to take a guess, I would say it's either going to be Jaina or Gan Greymane. Just my personal thoughts. It also could be Spymaster Shaw, but I'm leaning toward Jaina or Gen. What do you think? Do you believe it is Gen Greymane? Do you think it's going to be Jaina? Do you think it's going to be somebody that I've not even thought about yet? Let me know in the comments down below if you're watching this as playback, or let me know in live stream if you're watching it live. Also, and this is a one that I do want everyone to keep in mind. Again, I will be doing a live stream of the Classic launch. On the day that it goes live, I will be live streaming for as close to 24 hours as I can. Okay, I may not make it all the way. I may pace out in exhaustion before that. But if I do, it's not going to be from lack of trying. Okay, so I will definitely be giving it a very good shot. Okay. Now, also, for those of you who may not have caught my other videos, I've got something I want you to look at. And these are some transitions that I recently got off of Fiverr for, well, $5. I got these transitions, and I'm going to just show you my top 8, and you can tell me which one you think is best. Transition number 1. Number 2. Third one. Number 4. 5. And 8. And again, these transitions will be ones that I use to go between, cut from one scene to the next in my live streams and in my videos. But let me know which ones you like the best. I have a total of 20, I believe it is, but those are the 8 that I've narrowed down to liking the most. But also, I believe that we are in for more of a surprise when Classic launches than anybody can foresee. The reason being, Blizzard has just recently stated that they believe that the servers are going to be crowded for Classic. And they've went on record also of adding new PvP, normal, and RPG servers in order to try to take care of all that. Okay, they all looked pretty good. I like number 1 the most, I think. Hey, thank you, Dad of 3. That's great. I was leaning toward this one. And those are the 2 that I was leaning toward the most. Number 1 and number 7. But I may just use a few of them and just alternate, alternate between it. But also, I believe that BlizzCon this year is going to be fantastic. Okay, let's see. What do you think about Classic WoW? I think it's a bunch of garbage, but that's my opinion. I think we should put the whole time and money into new content. Well, see, and here's my thoughts on that, and I'm going to see if I can. Okay, I'm just going to call you Mike if that's okay with you, because I don't want to butcher your name. Um, exactly, Data 3. There's a ton of people that are going to be coming back for Classic. And see, Classic is going to make Blizzard more money than you would ever imagine. Now, I know a lot of people think, well, Classic is free to play. You don't have to play, pay for time on it. But in order to play Classic, you also have to have a live subscription on WoW. Okay, you don't have to play that subscription, but you have to pay to play and have a active subscription. That's just the way it is. Personally, I'm a big fan of Classic WoW. I always have been. I was one of the most outspoken proponents wanting Classic WoW back. And I have personally contacted Blizzard many times telling them just that. Hey, I want Classic WoW. Bring it back, for God's sake. Come on, bring it back, bring it back. And they never would. In fact, I got told that they didn't feel that it was a cost efficient thing to do. Well, now they see different. Now they see that in order, if they do it the way they're doing it, they're going to make more money because people are going to buy the game that may not have the Battle for Azeroth, but they're going to buy the game in order to pay for $15 a month to play it in order to get to play Classic. And I don't know if you've ever played in vanilla, Mike, but personally, I think it was a great thing. I enjoyed it because it's kind of like saying that you enjoy meatloaf, but you don't enjoy meat. Okay? You can't have meatloaf without meat. So you can't have World of Warcraft in its current state without having had Classic WoW. And people love it. Okay, but why would people want to go back to Classic WoW? What's wrong with the WoW we have these days? Sure, it's not perfect, but I think there's room for improvement. Uh, in all honesty, there is room for improvement with Classic or current WoW, the retail WoW. And there's a lot of room for improvement, in fact. But, Mike, I'm going to just explain it the best way I know how. It's kind of like if you was dating your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, or somebody that was real special to you back then, and you dated them, and on your first date you went to the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon's always going to hold a special place for you. The Grand Canyon is always going to be nostalgic for you. Same thing here. World of Warcraft Classic is always going to hold a special spot for people who was there. There are some, I can tell you some stories. Oh, good God, can I tell you some stories that would make your hair stand up on end because of the static and because of the electricity that people had back in that day. Because, we would go into a raid, and back then I was in a guild called Is a Living Legend on Alexstrasza. We was one of the biggest guilds in the on the server, and we literally would progress quicker than most. And in order for us to get past, for example, Molten Core, we would go and spend 8, 9, 10 hours a night, sometimes even longer, um, raiding, and I mean 6, 7 nights a week in order to get past it. Okay, Blizzard just want more money, and Classic WoW is an opportunity for them to just be even more money greedy. It's kind of lazy for Blizzard because there isn't much thought put into them for to work into it for them to work. Well, in all honesty, you do have a point in some ways, but I'm a firm believer, but I believe there's a room for both because it's just like, well, years ago, my very first car was a SS Monte Carlo, and that I drove that car until it fell apart. I mean, I drove that car until the wheels fell off. But you know what? Right now, if I see a SS Monte Carlo go by, it takes me back to the days when I was driving my SS Monte Carlo. Back in the days when I was doing the making memories in my SS Monte Carlo. And even though I don't have that car now, I wish I did. It's memories that I will never forget. But for example, myself, I do not plan to give up retail WoW. Okay, I do not plan to give up retail WoW. I will both play and stream WoW and Classic WoW. It's just the way that I have planned to do things. But, for example, and this is something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, a lot of your streamers don't want to talk about. I believe we have WoW 2 heading our way very shortly. Okay, I've been in WoW since vanilla. I've been in Classic, and it was really hard them days. You had to run everywhere. Yes, you did, definitely. And it took so long to level up your characters. But see, Mike, for me, I believe that was the joy of it. Okay, I I did definitely enjoy taking my time to level because if I had not done that, I would not have known all the things I know now about my warrior, about my hunter. I learned my classes the hard way because I learned how to play them back in vanilla. And nothing was easy back then. You're 100% right. Data 3. No arguing about the money, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Exactly. Blizzard makes money in Classic. They put more money into retail. Perfect analogy, and that's the way it is. Because the old saying I was getting ready to mention was, you. It takes money to make money. They are they are investing in Classic WoW, and Classic WoW is going to make them a ton of money. That money will then be spent into retail WoW, and I think it's going to help the game in general. I really do. Um, Now, as far as WoW 2, I've recently been asked, do I think WoW 2 is a realistic thing, and do I think it's going to come anytime soon? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. And the reason being, I believe Azeroth will die. I believe the end of Azeroth as we know it will come about. Yes, I do. I do think that WoW 2 is a realistic thing. And even a developer has talked about it recently. And I've even spoke with some of the GMs, and they have even spoke about it. And but they are not giving out a lot of details. My thing is, I think that WoW 2 is going to come about like this: the end of World of Warcraft as we know it will be when Azeroth dies, and we take back to either time travel, back in time, or we take to outer space in a spaceship. Heck, I mean, we've already done it once. Why not now? And we'll start all over on a new planet with new dangers. All classes and races will come with us, and we may even make a few new allies and new classes and races along the way. Now, that's just where I feel that it's going to start. But yes, I definitely do believe that we are going to have a World of Warcraft 2 in the future. And another thing that a lot of people are not looking at, okay, World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft, well, Blizzard recently had stated that one of the things that people are confused about, now this is what they said, a lot of things, one of the things that people are seem confused about is how Blizzard makes its money. Blizzard themselves have said they don't make all their money. Their money is not from subscriptions. In fact, 90% of it is not from subscriptions. It's from places like the store. Now, I recently made a video about the store amounts, how I feel about them. If you're interested in that, be sure to check it out after the live stream. And once this goes for playback, I'll put a link or a card in the video where you can take a look. But, I mean, just take a look. $10 here, 25, 25, 15, 25, 25. This is just a huge way of making money. $60 for the complete collection up to date. $50 just for Battle for Azeroth. You know, they're selling mounts here. Like this one is a 25, 25, 25. There's 14 mounts, and all but one is $25. The laced one is $30. There's also 14 battle pets. 2 toys at $10 a piece. They did have in the shop up until recently 3 helmets at $15 each, so $45 for a set. And then, of course, you got your bundles. You got, 20, 20, 20, 30, 30. And then down here is the money maker, guys. This is where Blizzard makes its money on the shop. But mostly from battle pets, mounts, toys, and, of course, the game services. $15, $25, $30, $15, $25, $10, $60. This one goes from anywhere from $35 and on up. And then, of course, $20 for your tokens. So, Blizzard has, they've even announced for self that they make more off the store than anywhere else. And, of course, you got the gear. I don't know if you took and paid any attention to the store, but I'll show you here. There's all kinds of stuff, and they make a ton of money this way. A ton of money. Let's see. I'm going to play Classic WoW, I think, but I don't think I will stay with it because I do enjoy today's WoW. I was thinking of making a Night Elf Hunter without heirlooms and dungeons. Well, see, heirlooms will not be available in Classic because heirlooms was not available back in in vanilla. So they've already said heirlooms would not be available in Classic. No boost, no nothing like that. It will be 100% just like it was back in vanilla. So, but I agree with you, Mike. I'm not going to leave retail. In fact, what I'm planning on doing, and I've not worked out all the details yet, but for 7 days a week, I have 3 games that I enjoy playing, making videos on, and streaming. One, of course, retail WoW. That's what we're talking about now. Two is classic WoW. And third, Hitman. And if you've never played Hitman, oh my God, you're missing it. Hitman is a wonderful game. Hitman 2016, which was the first time it was a multiplayer game, like online. And then you have your 2018 version, which is the one we're all playing now. And it's just a great game. I enjoy it. So what I'm planning on doing is maybe 1 day a week doing nothing but Hitman. The other 6 days dividing it up between retail WoW and classic WoW. Now I know, but ideally, there's going to be times that nothing's going on in retail. It's a dead zone, and I may play a whole week straight and do videos a whole week straight in classic. Or and then too, it could be vice versa. I could be doing a whole week of nothing but retail and skipping classic for a week. It's just the way I got it worked out right now in my head. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Is Anduin a priest or is he a paladin? And there's a reason I ask this. In the history of WoW, we've all been told and we've heard stories about how Anduin was and is a priest. Okay, he was learning to be a priest. But one, I've never seen a priest wield a sword. I've also never seen a priest wear plate armor, which obviously he is. But I've also never seen a priest wield paladin spells like Anduin does. He's used the wrath, he's used the holy light, he's used the paladin bubble. Even in the cinematic for at the battle for Lordaeron, he used a paladin bubble, bubbled everybody up to protect them, and then he healed them like a paladin would heal. That's not priest. So, what is Anduin? Is he a priest? Is he a paladin? Or is he just confused and don't know what he is? What are your thoughts? Do you believe he's a priest? Do you believe he's a paladin? Or what do you think he is? Because it is something I've thought on many times, because you just don't see paladins or priests doing paladin spells. I think he's more of a paladin because he wears plated armor and he wields a sword. Exactly. And see, that's what I'm saying. He wields a sword. He wears plate armor. He uses paladin bubbles. He uses holy light. All of these things are paladin. But yet, in game, we hear them talking about how he is a priest. You can't be a priest and do all that. That would be like saying that I am a hunter and I have a void, a void. Well, what are they called? The imp and stuff like a warlock. If I have all that, I'm not a hunter. I'm a warlock. If he was a priest, he would wear cloth and have a staff, but it states on Wowhead that he is a priest. So I'm a bit confused myself, or as well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because if you look up, and just for giggles, I'm going to, and I'll bring up the share screen here. Okay, now if I bring up and I type in, is Anduin a priest? Enter. Anduin is still a priest. He is a hero character, and so he can do things but normal priests cannot. Bullcrap. Bullcrap. Okay, you cannot be a priest and do paladin things. So let's take a look at this one. Is Anduin a priest or a paladin? Anduin is 100% not paladin. He is a priest. But this was before Battle for Azeroth. This was back in November of 17. Since then, he's done so much to lean me toward believing he is a paladin. Now, let's take a look right here at the forum. Somebody started Anduin, priest or a paladin. Anduin has Anduin clay swapped over to a holy pally now? I mean, let's take a look here. Wears plate, mass reses, melee weapons, pops a bubble over everyone while resin film. Check, 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 check. Okay, and then somebody says priest. He's been stated by Blizzard multiple times. He's a hero class. Don't obey gameplay mechanics. So, to me, it's, I don't know. I think he is a paladin. Blizzard can disagree all they want, but, as I was always told growing up, if it clucks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a duck. And it's that simple. Also, did you guys hear that we are very close to having a Diablo 4? Because from what I can gather, we're getting ready to have a release date for Diablo 4 coming up. Okay, here we go. Let me share the screen again with you guys. Okay, Diablo 4 reveal may happen in 2019. Blizzard is currently working on multiple Diablo projects, and some of them should be revealed in 2019. Instead of revealing Diablo 4 at BlizzCon 2018, the studio announces a mobile game aimed at the maximum exposure for microtransactions. I would bet my bottom dollar on a Diablo 4 coming up. And, again, I may be wrong, but I don't think so. I believe that we have Diablo 4 coming our way. And I don't know about you guys, but see, now that goes right back to the nostalgia, Mike. What I've always done is, for example, and let me bring something up and show you. If I can bring it up clear enough for you guys to see. I'm a big gamer. Okay, I love games. It's not just Blizzard. It's not just WoW. I love games in general. And some of these games I stream. Some of these I do not stream. And some of them I play to get away from the run of the mill game that was going on at that moment. But let's take a look here. 1 minute, let me bring it up. Okay, if you look here, I have games like Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Batman, a whole bunch of Batmans, Cabela's Dangerous Hunt, Call of Juarez Gunslinger, Dishonored. Now that is a good game. If you've never played it, very good game. If you can get it cheap, get it and play it. You'll love it. Friday the 13th. I've not played this one yet, but it is something I want to do, and I will do in the near future. I've got Grand Theft Auto 5, Vice City, Grizzly Valley, Hitman, so on and so on. I'm straight on. So I play Hitman 2. As you can see here, I've clocked, I don't know if you can see it clear enough, 309 hours as of today on Hitman 2. But I also have all the other Hitman games. And I revisit them periodically in order to play them because, well, I enjoy it. You know? I've uploaded a few videos on Hero. On here of my gameplays, but I've done it with, haven't done it in a while. Okay. Normally games that are new to me and I'm showing my first play reactions. I haven't done it in a while. I really like Dishonored and Skyrim and playing World of Warcraft. See, for me, and I know this is going to tell you how old school I am with games. I started gaming when I was about 6, and I started with an Atari. I started playing games like Frogger, River Raid, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Miss Pac-Man, you name it, I played it, loved it, and would sit in front of the TV playing the games for hours, and I become addicted to games. Okay, have been ever since and will be until the day I go underground. I love gaming. Um, when I very first started playing games that had a aggressive nature to them, I guess is the way I'm going to put it. The very first game that I played that had an aggressive nature, as I said, was the Shinobi and Metal Gear. And then I started playing games like Hitman and so on. I love gaming. It's in my blood. I started playing Neverwinter. Okay, Neverwinter Nights. If you ever played that before, it's an old Dungeons and Dragons. It was big when I was a kid. I played on computer back when games come in these big thick cartridges that was like that thick, well, about that thick and about that long, looked like almost like a case about like that, and they snapped into your computer. And I played Dungeons and Dragons back then. Loved that game. Absolutely freaking loved it. And that's why I guess today, what, and a lot of people, are like, well, why does it bother you? Why does it bother you? Well, I'll tell you why it bothers me. when things go wrong with games that I love, games that I've played for years upon years upon years, it pisses me off. Okay? Just like, for example, and I know this is going to go back to something I said in one of my other videos, but here we go. I love the way it was back in Classic. Well, back in Vanilla. Okay? Let's say me, Mike, you, Mike, and Dad of Three, and Kelly, we're all in a group. Okay? And here comes somebody else in, and they ninja loot. Well, once it gets out that that person is a ninja looter, they're done. They are not getting in groups. They are not getting into guilds. They are not getting into raids. Their days of doing anything other than solo grinding is over. Why? Because people are not going to put up with it. You had to protect your reputation. And when I say reputation, I don't mean reputation with like Ogrimmar or whatever. I mean your personal reputation. But now, let's say that same person decides that they want to keep going. They want to do it again. They want to go ninja loot again. They want to go in and scam somebody or whatever. Now, all they got to do is go over to the Blizzard store and boom, they go to the Blizzard store and they purchase a name change, a race change, a faction change, a server change. Boom. They are back at it again. Okay? They don't have to worry about what somebody believes about their other name because they got a new name. They've got a brand new lease on things. They can do it again. And why? Because of the in-game shop allowing them that option. There's a lot of people out there who make gold hand over fist, okay? And for them, they don't care. They don't care to spend $20, $25, $30, whatever, in order to get a name change or get what they need. Now, let's say, for example, let's see here. I used to hate ninja looters. People would vote on gear and they would take it without thinking about anyone else just to sell it or for gold, but other people needed it and it pissed me off. I totally agree. And see, think about this. If you are a ninja looter or you went in, and I've seen this happen more times than not, people go in and they steal from the guild bank, okay? They go in and they literally steal from the guild bank. Now, that is something that will get them kicked out. Other guilds will know that they're scum buckets that will steal from the guild. And guess what? Boom, they're done. They're ruined. Or are they? They come on over here to the store. Let's say they want to stay on the horde. They get a $15 appearance change. They get a name change for 10, but it's $25. And just to make it even better, maybe they change race. So for $40, they are now a new person, and you'll never know it was them. Always fun with the new servers to see the economy evolve. I will have fun just seeing that start from zero. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, if I am a ninja looter and I get caught, I come here, I drop $40, and I can stay on my same server, and I can do anything I darn well please. And you're not going to know it's me. Nobody's going to know it's me, and I'm going to be able to do any darn thing I want. Okay. Now, if let's say I want to go to a different server, add $25. That's $60. Well, 65. Heck, for another $30, I can go over to the Alliance and play for a while. Nobody's going to know it's me. They can race change, buy a new name, but the account is the same. Their account is still there. I think they should get banned. Blizzard is still getting profit. Exactly. Exactly. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. And and this brings, oh good God, I'm going to do a video about this. I swear I am, because it pisses me off. I was watching a video the other day from Soda Poppin'. How many of you guys watch Soda Poppin' on uh, YouTube? Um, he was talking about streamers and how they should not be stream sniped, is what he called it. Okay, now let's say I create a character on Classic and I go to a PvP server. Well, on a PvP server, you cannot like opt out. You're all the time PvP. So if you're PvP and you're streaming and I come up on you and I kill you, did I do anything wrong? No. Because why? You was PvP'd. Just like right now, if I come up on Mike or Data 3 in Retail WoW and you've got your war mode on, I kill you. Guess what? You're the one who made that possible. Okay? You are the one who made that possible. Without you war moding up or whatever, I could not have killed you. And now you have people like Soda Poppin', who is trying to get people to side with him. And he says that if he is on a stream and he's PvP'd, and let's say Mike here or Data 3 or Kelly comes up on him, and you see that, hey, he's AFK and I'm going to just kill this dude. Now you kill him. He's on live stream. He is automatically going to stop what he's doing. He's going to contact other guilds on both Horde and Alliance. And definitely he's going to have you blackballed where nobody will group with you or anything else. So you think it's okay for higher level characters to kill lower level characters and spam them because people get enjoyment out of it. But I do agree you're making it possible for them to do that to you. Well, I'm not exactly talking about a 120 going out and camping somebody at 15. No. What I'm saying is, well, for example, Soda Poppin', he's playing his 120 character, and we come up on him, we're in a group or, whatever, and he's just sitting there AFK. Or he's not AFK, and there's a group of us, and he's the only person there, and we gank him. Okay, we kill him straight out. He's dead. He's toast. Immediately, he wants to go and say, okay, well, let's see. The ones that killed me was Data 3, Kelly, Renegade Hawk, and Mushu Mike. Yep. Okay, boys, let's blackball him. And his people will contact the Horde, the Alliance, all the guilds, and so on, and tell them, they stream sniped me. Well, if you are on a server that is PvP, or you PvP up, okay, and you go around saying, Well, guys, I'm over here in Syllabus, and hey, I'll be right back, guys. I'll see you in just a few minutes, and you walk away, or better yet, you don't walk away, and you get ganked. You're advertising where you're from. You're advertising where you're at. You're advertising, but you are PvP'd up, and but you've just stepped away, or whatever. Now, somebody comes along, they kill you. Did they do anything wrong? I don't think so. And I think that people that are intentionally trying to have that person's day pretty well screwed. I mean, screw them. They ain't gonna get into guilds. They ain't gonna get into raids. They ain't gonna get into anything. They're gonna be blackballed by all the bigger guilds and so on. I think it's wrong. And let me see if I can pull up that video from Soda Poppin'. Okay, here we go. I'm hoping this is it. Okay, here we go, guys. It's on Twitch, so I am going to go ahead and bring that up. Okay, he's not talking. Okay,
they are never allowed in anything that the actual good guilds on the Alliance.
Okay.
I'll take that person and I'll say, okay, blacklist this person. My friends on the Alliance.
Okay, can you guys hear this?
Don't play with this person.
And I'm going to be quiet.
They are never allowed in anything that the actual good guilds on the Alliance are doing. They are blacklisted. And it's vice versa as well. So you won't get any actual good raids. You'll never actually get any good gear. And eventually, if you want to keep stream sniping, you're going to be doing it while I have double your gear. Let's fucking make a list.
Okay, so there you go.
I'll say, okay, blacklist is perfect.
There you go. That's what he says. Okay, he's taking it way too
Okay, so there you go.
Mhm. He has power to blacklist them. I think he's doing wrong right there. Yes. Yeah, I mean he is. He's taking it way too personal. Okay, here's the thing. Just like you said, Mike, if you're standing out in the middle of nowhere and you are, and I'm going to say it the way I feel, if you're dumb enough to stand out in the middle of nowhere and you're war mode on and you're advertising where you're at and you get ganked, whose fault is it? It's yours. Okay. But for him to try to do that, and Ben, there was another video of Asmongold. Asmongold reads posts against Soda Poppin' in his blacklist. Okay. And there you go. But here, now this is one that I wanted to go over here. I think, yeah, I agree. I agree. But now this one here, I seen this one earlier, and I thought it was something that was interesting. And I'm going to do a video dedicated just to this, but I wanted to read this. Soda Poppin' has recently been seen on stream suggesting that players who snap streamers should be blacklisted from major content, being disallowed from raids and anything else that would allow the progression necessary to advance through the game, for the purpose of making their ability to stream snipe null and void. Within this video, Soda Poppin' claims that he himself camps players, but that it's because he's simply an asshole. Down with Soda, and down with anyone else who believes that they should be able to dictate who is able to enjoy the game. If you don't want people to be able to hunt you, perhaps consider not constantly telling others you're up and you're up to date location. You get the perks of being a streamer. And one of the few things we get out of your perks is the ability to hunt you. As a result, I suggest we create a super guild, the Blacklist, with the explicit purpose of pushing content as effectively as possible, with the goal of hunting those who wish to abuse their streamer privileges to dictate to others what they may do. Any and all shall be welcome, and those who blacklist shall be hunted relentlessly. Edit. Please refrain from any name calling in the comments. This is about challenging the idea presented by Soda Poppin and other like-minded streamers, not a witch hunt. So to me, this is going to blow up. I mean, it is. It's going to totally blow up. Let's see here. He has the nerve to go out to people and tell others to blacklist you and not play with you just because you ganked him. He thinks it's unfair. He is in a PvP server. Exactly. And see, that's just it. Now he freely admits here that he will, if he runs up on you, Mike, he's going to gank you. He's going to kill you, and you had better not do anything back. Because if you do, he's going to have you blacklisted. And, I'm sorry, but yes, this is, and I know you guys can probably tell, this is something that I have a very low tolerance of. This guy, this is crazy. It is. Hunt you, does he think he's some game master? I think that that is abusing the game. I totally agree. And, I literally did open up a ticket to a game master and spoke with somebody on the phone just the other day, and I sent them the link, and all they said was, well, we can't do anything about what he says he may do because he's not done it yet. But according to Blizzard, when he does, then they can act. But let's look here. Somebody says, unfortunately, as with most popular streamers, his bodyguards will pay him 50 gold per hour just to be near him. Okay. I don't get that. And, I'm a streamer myself, and, I may not be as popular as some, but you know what? I am me. And I don't care if I have 1 million subscribers, 10,000 people watching my streams. I'm no more than you. I'm no more than Mike. I'm no more than Data3. I'm no more than Kelly. I'm no more than anybody else. Can you imagine if he was a game master? He sounds power hungry and thinks he is above everybody else. I'm glad I haven't heard of him before. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos because somebody had told me, hey, this guy's crazy, go watch it. And I watched it, but I don't follow him. Somebody else says, if he joins, okay, and suck his balls if he joins the same party, God knows what he would do if he got in the same raid. I remember seeing a video of a mage paying Kunjin like 100 gold so he can teleport him somewhere. I wonder what the guy's up to now, the mage, not Kunjin. Okay. So, but more or less, and I mean, if you guys want to know more about this, stick around because I am going to do a video and I'm going to bring up a lot of more research. And I mean, like, okay, right here, let's take a look at this one. And this is a Reddit post. Okay, don't know if this is
I'll take
the
that person
same.
and I'll say, okay, blacklist this person. My friends on the alliance or other
Yeah,
streamers don't.
Okay, so
I'll take that person and I'll say, okay, blacklist.
Soda Poppin claims to somebody mods ban Vakius and same 1G from raids and dungeons, permaban. Hell, the major guilds did this on my vanilla server. If you pissed off the wrong guy, you'd be blacklisted from joining most of the server's raiding guilds. But see, this is totally bullcrap. Hey, Rucker, how's it going, man? We're just talking about stream snipers and how people like Soda Poppin believes that it's okay to harass somebody, try to ruin them, and have them banned from whatever they want to do, just because he goes in, he is a streamer, and I guess he thinks that since he's a streamer, he's above everybody else. Okay, yeah, hold on a minute. I'll tell you what, I will put a link down in this video once it goes back for the playback, and I will put the link there for the Reddit, or not Reddit, Discord, and or Rucker, you are already on my Discord, right? If you could post it, or whatever. I don't know if you can post links in this, but I definitely will post it in the comments once this goes up for playback. Because, but yeah, I totally agree with you guys. I think that he's lost his mind. I honestly do believe he has lost his mind. And why? Because he's got too much. How to put this? He thinks he has more power than anybody should. Yeah, go right ahead, Rucker. If you can get it to pop up, be sure to go right ahead. But okay, and here somebody puts, and this is one that's going to blow up a lot of people. Soda Poppin should be banned. Well, of course, somebody removed that thread. But let's go back and see if it says anything here. Soda Poppin talked about creating a blacklist, and then the original has already been. Well, here it is. He stated that he will make a blacklist for anyone who kills him, trying to completely prevent them from playing the game, even though he and that has already been removed. So they apparently did not want that to be on the forum. So, well, see, Asmongold done a reaction video. Let me bring that up. Okay. Here we go. Asmongold discusses the Soda Poppin' blacklist drama. Okay. And it's a 13-minute video. I don't want to bore you guys by bringing it up. I'll just give you the short and sweet of it. he wants to.
I don't want to bore you guys about.
Well, he's right there with Soda Papa. He agrees. He thinks, but yes, if you snipe a streamer, then you should be blackballed. Right, exactly, 100% Rucker. And see, another thing, well, like goes on to say that he wants all the perks of being a streamer, but he does not want any of the downside. Okay, in a recent video, I've seen Asmongold, and I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not trying to start a war. Obviously, they're a lot bigger than I am. Hopefully, one day I'll be a lot bigger than I am now, with the help of you guys. But here's the thing. In a recent video, I seen, and I couldn't believe it when somebody told me. I had to go check it out for myself. I'm just that kind of person. I have to see it. And Asmongold started up a new server, went to a new server. Boom. He goes in, he tells people in live stream, hey guys, I'm over on this server right now. Come to town, open trade, and give me your gold. Give me your gold. And I mean, there was people logging in and giving him 100,000 gold, giving him 50,000 gold, giving him 5,000, 10,000. There was one guy, he was a level 6. Come up, and I guess it was all the guy had. He gave him 12 gold. And Asmongold was ringing it up. I mean, just bang, 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 bang. And somebody asked him, well, what are you wanting this gold for? I want to buy the 5 million gold mount. And you guys are going to help me. Keep on giving me that gold. There you go. Okay, so you're in a PvP server and you see someone running down ahead of you. Is he not going to gank them? Oh, but it's okay if they gank him just because he's a streamer. Yes, exactly. And see, that's exactly what he said. If he sees you and you're PvP, he's going to kill you. And that's okay. But if you do it to him, totally different. To me, and here's the thing, guys. I'm not anything special. I'm Hulk Gaming on here. I'm Renegade Hulk in game and a lot of other names. In the real world, my name's Jerry. Hey, hi. I'm not anything. Oh my God. I'm overweight, obviously. I'm trying to lose that weight. I'm trying to get back down to where I need to be and want to be. But I'm happy with my life. And just because I get on here and talk, stream and I do videos and stuff, it don't make me any more special than you. It don't make me anything more than anybody else. A YouTuber I follow plays old school RuneScape, and he and a friend posted they would PvP, but only with items people would give them. Did this a week in advance and told them to give what people wanted to. Data 3. Well, this would suck. I did not watch a lot of streamers. I followed your vids because you're in some small YouTuber groups, so I don't know he's a streamer. Kill him and that's my fault. Yes, exactly. You don't know he's a streamer. You do know he's a streamer. It don't matter. If you kill him, he's going to have you blackballed. And that's bull. That is complete and utter bull. Like I said, I've been doing videos for a while now. I've been live streaming for a while. I don't stream as much as I want. But that's going to change. But just because I am on here streaming, does that make me God? No. Does that mean I am above you guys? Does that mean that you are peasants and that I am, the king of all of WoW? No, it don't. I am no more than you. For me, Rucker, I'm going to play. I've got a few different characters in mind. I'm not sure if I'm going to play as my warrior as my main and get him to level 60 first, or if I'm going to do my hunter. I probably will do, just right off the top of my head, I'll probably do my warrior. Because back in the day, my warrior was the character I played back in Classic from the very beginning. And, it's just, I don't know, I guess maybe for nostalgia reasoning or whatever, you know. But it is something that I definitely, do plan to. I plan to play a little of all of them. I mean, come on, there's only going to be 8 classes, or 8 races. I mean, for me, well, let me see here. Let me bring that up. I'm pretty sure I can log in. I mean, I know I can't play it, but I can log in and show you guys what I got going. Hold on. I'm making a Night Elf Hunter on Classic WoW, but my first character was a Night Elf Druid. Okay, so I'm on, and anybody who wants to play with me, I am on a Tish. I guess that's how you say that. I'm also going to probably, if they add more servers, be on a few other ones. But here's my main server for Classic as of right now. ATIESH. I have my level 1, of course, Renegade Hawk Hunter. Hawk Gaming. I'm going to change that one over and make it a different place. But for now, it's a hunter. And then, of course, my original warrior, Shadow Warrior. And that's going to be me. And let me go ahead and get that taken care of here. I got my warrior, got my hunter. Let me go ahead and delete this one. I just wanted to make sure that I had the name and nobody else could grab it. Oh, let's see. I think I'll go with a undead. Hawk Gaming. An undead. You know what? I think I'm going to do a rogue. Undead rogue. And let's go ahead and randomize all that. Just for giggles. Yeah. Okay, and this is my rogue. So I'm going to be on Atish is the server, ATIESH, and I'm going to have my warrior, my rogue, and my hunter. So far, I mean, right now they would only allow us so many. I don't know. Mike, if we can or not. Can anybody confirm one way or the other? Can we play like on Mike is in, let's say, the EU, and I'm in the US? Can we play together now or no? I'm making a Forsaken Warrior, but I mostly just want to rewatch old Ogrimmar and level through my favorite zones, old Silver Pine Forest, etc. But I mostly just want to rewatch old Ogrimmar and level through my favorite zones, old Silver Pine. That's one part I would be happy to see them change. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I would love to see them change that part. That's one part I would be happy to see them. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. I would love to see them. Okay, this guy's got a good one. I honestly think there will be plenty of people who don't give two shits about stream snipers or streamers, and when a stream sniper is being a blacklisted, they'll be happily let them into their guilds because not everyone thinks stream sniping is the worst thing in the world. I'd rather play with a troll who spends his days screen sniping and corpse camping than somebody ninja looting in a group. And I totally agree. Will I name change when I get a fourth character? Well, I'm always going to be Hulk Gaming. I'm always going to be Renegade Hulk. I'm always going to be That's just going to be me. I probably will have to make up a different character, a name for a different character when that time comes. But it's going to take some time to get to 60. And once I get all of these characters to 60, then I will. Then I'll go to the next one and decide what it's going to be then. Now another part is that we are going to be back to having only 10 characters per server in Classic. Now, like right now, I can log in and create 50 characters on one server. All 50 on one server. But on Classic, you can't. So, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that do you think that soda popping is as crazy as I think he is? What do you think about this? Do you think that because quite honestly, I don't know. I just totally disagree with it. If I'm dumb enough to go out and stand in the middle of nowhere, PvP'd up, and I get ganked, that's on me. I was the one who PvP'd up. I was the one who went out in the middle of nowhere. Well, prime example. We have these quests in Mechagon, I think it is, Mechagon, and maybe Nagitar too. But you have to be PvP'd in order to complete that quest. It's the daily PvP quest. And it gives a good bit of reputation. Well, when you're grinding for reputation, you're going to take every possible avenue to get to where you need to go. Well, for me, I've been PvP'd up, and I've went out, and I've had 25 Alliance characters jump my back and kill me, and I'm on live stream, or I'm talking or doing a video or whatever. You know what? But still my fault. I took the chance. I made the choice to be PvP. I didn't ask, or I shouldn't ask you, Rucker or Mike or Data3 or anybody else. Hey, please don't snipe me. I'm special. I'm I'm a streamer. Don't I get special rights? No, you don't. You play the game just like I do. You play the game just like everybody else does. You're not any more special, well, not in that way at least, than anybody else. You should not expect any extra privileges, if you will. And I don't know. I just think it's crazy. I do. I just think it's nuts. But guys, I am going to go ahead and call it. I planned on this being a 1 hour. Anyway, I better get back to work. Hope to catch up and up more with you another time. Hey, anytime, Rucker. You got my email address. You got me on Discord. Let me know, man. Anytime. But I am going to get going. I planned on this being like an hour long, but then we got onto some hot topics that was something I when I get aggravated, I can go on and on and on and on and on about a topic, and some of the topics that aggravate me the absolute most is the ones that we've been talking about tonight. But for now, I do definitely appreciate everybody. Mike, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, be sure to go ahead and click on that subscribe button, buddy. I would greatly appreciate it. And be sure to tell all your friends, your guild mates, your, anybody and everybody. I'm trying to grow the channel, and literally I'm wanting the channel to get to where that it's well known enough that people automatically, when they think of World of Warcraft videos, they think of Hulk Gaming. If they're looking for a video on a special topic, they come to Hulk Gaming. That's what I want. And, to me, it's not all about, well, what can you do for me? I want to be there to help you. And that's why I started my channel. So, but anyway, guys, have a great one. I will talk to you later. And if you missed any of the video, be sure to watch it on the live playback when it goes live. Mike, I'll be sure to add the Discord channel in the comments of this video once it goes back up for playback. And everybody have a great day, and I'll see you soon.